What is happening, everyone? Welcome back to G-Ball Vision. Today I have for you guys another exciting unboxing to dig into. I think I know what is in here, but I'm not 100% sure. So let's go ahead and get into this guy and find out. I'm pretty sure I know what this is. Yes. Yes, baby. I love it when I get one of these. So this is actually something I ordered myself. Just recently, we had the Stinger EDCs come in, and right before that, I ordered something else from Off Grid. They have an awesome unpackaging experience. They wrap everything up in a nice little cellophane baggie, sticker, pamphlet. We have a nice fold top box, and we are looking at one of their new version 2 Rhinos. And I am stoked, guys, because I don't have, let's move this out of the way and get this guy open. I don't have an Off Grid with this blade shape yet. And man, this is some nice finished stuff. Look at that pocket clip. They do such a fine job. Oh, look at this. So the Rhino V2, not to be confused with, I believe they have like a baby Rhino or something like that, which is a little bit smaller. This is going to be more of the full size boy right here. And they do this gray PVD coated, it's like a tumble stonewash gray PVD. And guys, it looks awesome. Look at that drop point. Oh, baby. You have a nice straight edge here that goes into a little bit of belly. Then you maintain that nice pokey tip. You have a nice bit of ramping here, which is going to lock you in behind that flipper tab. And you'll be able to have a lot of control over that blade in this exact grip. We are getting 154 cm on the steel, which they do fantastically. I think it's, from what I have heard and the people that I have talked to, people who know what they are talking about, people who have steel punched and people who test the steels, sharpen the steels, Off Grid does some of the best 154 in the entire industry. They have some of the absolute best 154 and D2 as well. Look at that. This is nice, guys. This has actually been sitting over in the pile for a little bit now, and I just haven't had time to get to it. And look at that. Nice G10 backspacer. I love this FDE that they do. Here is the Stinger, the new Stinger spear point that they had sent in. And I just love the coyote and the gray together with the black hardware. Now, this one is a little bit different as they went with a gray PVD coated hardware, which I do not mind at all. I love their pocket clips as well. Is that a little different? Yeah, it is. So there's the pocket clip on the brand new Stinger. And then here's the pocket clip on the Stinger XL. So those are very similar. And I mean, this is very similar as well, but it's not, it doesn't have that spoon effect like this one does, which they both work very well. So there's no issues with either of them. Man, this is nice and tall as well. We have a nice amount of access here to the liner with a nice big chamfer on this guy. Easy to disengage this guy. And Off Grid has some of the best tolerances when it comes to these flippers and lockout. I have tested, I think, six or so of these, and they are all locked up, solid as can be. They have great lockup. Look at that. That's like 30%, maybe a little, like 35. And that's exactly what we want to see, because that ends up proving to be able to withstand any type of force you might put on these in a movement that could close the blade. We're going to check it though to be sure, but look how this is designed. This is designed a little bit differently than some of these other flippers. It's more rounded, which means you'll be able to comfortably and easily push button this with no issues. And you can still do the light switch. Oh, baby. This is nice. Why don't we go ahead and see what kind of edge came on this guy. So let's see what we are working with. All the off-grids that I have had in on the channel have all came with a tremendously good edge. They all carry very well. Solid lockup. No issues with these knives whatsoever. As a matter of fact, they have become one of my go-to companies and knives when it comes to needing an actual user. Something that I can depend on that's going to keep working and hold up under certain duress. Let's go ahead and we'll see what this guy looks like in the pocket. Now, keep in mind, this is going to be quite a bit more of a substantial knife than, say, the Stinger EDC, which is newer in their line of knives. So you're not going to have anything poking out or peeking out of the pocket here. Going to be a nice deep carry. Pocket clip. This is definitely a substantial knife. Let's put it up against just to get a comparison here. Let's move our issuing stitches Hank. Can we get it all on frame here? So there's the XL, which is a big boy, guys. Do a little zoomy outward, and there you can see that the XL is a big boy, but this is no slouch either. This is a good size knife right here. Let's see. Let's put this guy up here just for size references. Just keep in mind, guys, this is just an unboxing, first impression. We'll do an in-depth overview and get all the various specs and details of this knife. So there's the EDC. And then there is the XL, and that's the Rhino V2 in the middle there. So, and it sits right in the middle as far as size goes. So this is going to be in a lot more people's wheelhouses than these other two may be. The EDC might be in a lot of people's wheelhouses as well. I think this is a great size for EDC and day-to-day tasks. I do, however, like something a little bit more like this, but that's my preference, and I love the XL as well, the size of the XL. This is definitely going to be a fantastic user, and even though you have a flipper tab, which they all do from off-grid, you'll be able to get pretty close up onto that tip for any detailed type work. And then, like I said, you'll be locked in this position behind this flipper tab. They put jimping here, and you have jimping here on this little ramp, and it just fits like a glove in there. This thing is, when I saw this, I hadn't seen this one on their website. Not that I've seen everything that they do, but I haven't seen this one. And I was like, man, I gotta have a drop point style. I don't know if you'd even call this maybe, would you call this maybe a modified clip point even? Drop point. Very good looking blade shape though. I love this, and I love how they did the flipper tab. The detent on these guys is tuned very, very nicely. There's no play. We have solid lockup there, and the blade is nice and centered. We already checked all that. We have positive lockout. Let's see what we got. See, guys, that is just amazing. That is 4, 5, 6. That's 7 for 7 on their liner locks that are completely rock solid and just razor sharp out of the box, comfortable. They have something for everyone. I will link this down in the description, and the link will help the channel out. If you use that link, you can use it to go get this knife or any of the other knives you've seen on the video today. We also have been testing and finishing up the Viper V2 here, which also is the Coyote in gray PVD. Love this knife to death. This thing is what started it all for me with off-grid, started my connection with off-grid. It made me pick this up, the Enforcer up. So the Viper V2 is a fantastic knife. We're getting ready to finish up testing on that guy, and that's a very fair comparison right there with the Rhino V2 and the Viper V2. Of course, different handles and blade shapes, but in size, they are very similar. Let me know what you think down in the comments of this guy. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Off-Grid has just been a sleeper for me. Their knives are something I've looked at time and time and time again over the last couple of years, and I just didn't know what to think, and I never pulled the trigger on them. And man, am I glad I decided to pick up a Viper V2. Now, if you're looking for flare and flash and fidgety and Damascus and Zircuti and all that, you're not going to get that here. Off-Grid is making, and not that they're not flashy, they're great looking knives, very aesthetically pleasing knives, very well finished knives. But their goal is to make a functional knife that works. And I think they do an incredible job of that. They cater to a bunch of different fields of the knife world, whether it's the tactical side, the hunting side, bushcraft side, EDC. They work knives. They cover a little bit of everything. They have different sizes, different blade shapes. They do a fantastic job with their line of knives. They support the knife community. They support 2A. They love America. They support American affiliated, DOD, military, police. So they're a great company from top to bottom. So they are a company that I've really gotten behind over the last couple of weeks, and I do not see that changing at all. If you're looking for something that you can depend on, that can be a user, a work knife, day-to-day knife, something that's dependable, I wouldn't look much other places than Off-Grid here. They do just a fantastic job. I love everything that I have gotten from them so far. So let me know down in the comments what you think of the Rhino V2 here. Let me know what you think of Off-Grid in general. Do you have any experience with their knives? Or are you looking to get your first Off-Grid? Let me know. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. And if you're new to the channel or you've been here before and you're still not subscribed, what are you doing? Hit that subscribe button down below the video. I would love to have you here. Otherwise, guys, I will catch you on the next one.